Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's makeup tutorial is, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet because I still have a lot of names for it. Pretty much it's a simple look to go to when you are, for example, running errands and you just want something really quick to throw on, going to school, going to do whatever you want, or even like just for hot summer days when you don't want to wear a lot of makeup but you still want something to be there to cover, look good in pictures, and just enhance your natural skin. Really simple to do. If you're not talking through it like I am, then you can do it in 4 minutes or less. So if you want to know how to recreate this look, then go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so it is approximately 3:18 right now and I'm about to step out to run some errands, but I figured I did not want to look like death and make a video for you guys on the makeup that I do when I am going out to run errands and want something that's just really quick and simple and easy to do because, I mean, why not? So the first thing I'm going to take is, of course, Fix Plus, and we're just going to prep the skin with it. So this is going to go all over. So I let that sit in for a little bit, and the first thing I'm going to take is my primer, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. So once we've gotten that pressed into the skin and you let it set for a bit, I'm going to be taking a powder foundation today because, like I said, I am running errands and I want something that's super quick and just on the go. Because I'm using a powder foundation, I'm going to take my concealer first and get a little bit of coverage going down here and use the rest of my foundation to just even out the skin tone. So taking my handy dandy Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, you guys know that this is one of my favorites. I'm not applying so much of this like if I were a liquid foundation. I'm just applying a very like small amount. And to blend the concealer out, I'm using MAC's version of like their beauty blender. I think this is called like the Precise Application Sponge. I'm just going to press the concealer right up underneath the eye. So of course the concealer is just going to help conceal any darkness, any patches underneath the eye, any discoloration. So you see that instantly just opens up the eyes and refreshes the look that we're going for. I don't want to go in with foundation first because I want to set the concealer, and if I set my concealer with my powder foundation then it's just going to make everything the same color, and I want to keep this a little bit brighter underneath as opposed to setting it with my foundation. So just press out any lines. My concealer creases like crazy, so I know that I gotta do this like right away. I'm taking the Rommel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. So just using this to set underneath my eyes. So this is the powder foundation that I'm going to be taking. It is their 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup powder with an SPF of 15. So the reason why I'm using this foundation as opposed to like my MAC Studio Fix is this foundation has the SPF like I mentioned. So for hot summer days or a day where you're going to be running errands and you know you're going to be in the sun, SPF is major key. So I'm just taking my powder brush, this is by Real Techniques, and dipping it into the foundation and just going to swirl the foundation into the skin. But make sure you work in small circular motions because this is really going to help you pack on the coverage. So already you can see the difference with the coverage from this side and this side. This side's kind of bare. You can still see some of my discoloration peeking through, and this side is completely just covered up. Okay, so this is what we look like once we got all our powder foundation in. But of course, you know me, I want to add some definition back into my cheeks. So I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. So just swirling it into the bronzer. And you want to get this just right in that cheekbone area right here. You can do it kissy face if it helps you. Whatever you gotta do. Get it on the forehead, of course, to just make sure that you balance everything out. So you can see the difference with this side and this side. Once you kind of get your routine down, you're gonna find that you can do this in like legit 4 minutes. And I say 4 because I have a thing for even numbers. Okay, so now that we've got our bronzer and our foundation down, I'm going to be using a blush. I'm not going to be using a highlighter today because, again, I want to keep this really minimal. I don't want to be using a lot of products. So instead of using a matte blush, I'm going to be taking a shimmery blush to kind of just work like a blush and a highlighter in one. But I'm going to be taking the Fix Plus again that I used earlier just to kind of bring the moisture back into the skin so I don't look so flat. And again, so that my blush just sticks on a little bit better. Wait for it to dry a little bit. I'm taking Margin Blush. It's just a nice peachy blush by MAC that has a little bit of a sheen, and getting that right on the apple of the cheek. So you see how it just brings back some color into the skin. So now that we've done that, you can move on to your eyebrows. If you typically have like a routine for eyebrows that you can't live without and you have to do it daily, then go ahead and throw that in there right now. I'm gonna just be taking a little bit of concealer first and then taking my Anastasia Brow Wiz just to fill it in. So once I do that, I'm gonna be right back, so stay tuned. Okay, so now that we have our eyebrows on, the next thing you wanna take is an eyeshadow primer. So I'm gonna be taking Urban Decay's Eden Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and you're gonna blend that out with your ring finger. It's important to use your ring finger because your ring finger does not apply as much pressure versus your index finger or your middle finger, and you're not going to use your pinky because you don't have any control on that. So your ring finger is best to blend out any products around the eye. And I'm literally just pressing it because, as you can tell, it gives a little bit of a color, like a tint. So if you sweep your finger across, you're gonna lose a little bit of the coverage, so it's important to just keep dabbing it in. So you can leave it as it is right now, or you can go in with an eyeshadow just to add back the definition into the eye, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be taking an eyeshadow by MAC, which is called Malt, and I'm picking it up with Morphe's M501 brush. And this, we're just literally in no movement whatsoever, similar to my like simple but glam makeup tutorial. I'll link that down below for you so you can take a look at it. It's kind of like what we're doing, but I'm not putting this all over the lid because again, I want to keep it very simple, and like I'm doing right now, you can literally do this without even looking because the brush is just going to do all the work for you. Okay, so next thing you want to do is just curl your lashes, so I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. So the mascara that I've been really loving lately has been a Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara, but then they came out with this waterproof version and at first I wasn't too crazy about it. The reason being, I was in love with the Better Than Sex version, like the original one. Then I realized that when I use waterproof mascara, it actually holds the curl a lot better versus just regular, which weighs the eyelashes down. Now for my bottom lashes, of course I never use the same one because I'm just difficult and crazy. So I'm taking the Extended Play Giga Black, and then for my second coat I'm using it in Extreme, again in waterproof, just to prevent any mascara lines from creasing and making me look like a raccoon. So that pretty much completes the skin and the eyes. Last thing you need to do is put on your lip. You can put on whatever lip you want. So taking MAC's lip primer, just putting this all over to help whatever product I'm going to use on my lips glide on a lot easier. Kind of want to work it in until you like feel it get a little bit tacky, and once it gets tacky, then you know you're ready to put on your lip. Ay, Dios mío.
Ay, Dios mío.
So for my lips, I'm going to be taking a lip pencil and using it all over just to give me a simple color that's matte, and it is by Rommel and it is in the color Addiction. And I like to start on the bottom lip and then kind of rub my lips together and fill it in on the top. And I really like the lip pencils by Rommel because I feel like they're really creamy, they glide on easily, and I'm not tugging my lip when I'm putting it on, just like some lip pencils. And this color is a really nice shade because it's almost like my lip color, but a little bit better. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing a lipstick, but it resembles my natural lip color, so I appreciate that. So that completes my on the go, running some errands, want a quick makeup look for the summer when it's really, really hot, but I don't want to put on a lot of makeup tutorial. If you enjoyed watching this and you want to see more of these, let me know. I do have more videos coming for you guys, so stay tuned. Till my next video, guys. Bye.